Hey everyone, Kim here, Abundant Life Tarot. I want to thank you so much for joining me. We are doing a tarot and oracle reading, continuing our exploration of the tragic case of Rachel Morin. And I'm recording this on Thursday, August 17th, 2023 at approximately 1:40 p.m. Eastern Time. I understand that later today there's going to be a press conference that will be highlighting or discussing potential suspect information. And I wanted to do this reading yesterday, but time got away from me. So let's go ahead and just get right to it. First question we have is, what was the nature of Rachel's relationship with her current boyfriend? Can you give us a card, Spirit? What was the nature? Pulling from my oracle, Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Okay. There's some juggling energy here. I do sense, I'm not getting a strong sense that there was anything terribly wrong in the relationship. However, I'm going to zoom in and show you these cards here that jumped. Okay, so we got Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and then Desire, which has less sexual chemistry. So there's sexual chemistry between them from this oracle card. Searching, online, looking for info, records. Who was searching? Was it her that was searching? Was it him? Was it a bit of both? From what I read, don't know how much truth there is, but there was something about her still being on online dating sites. And here's the thing, it sounds like the relationship that she was in, I think the gentleman's first name is Richard, I'm not sure, but the online relationships may have taken a bit to like simmer down. When you start a new relationship, that doesn't necessarily mean that all the other tentacles that you had, the feelers out there that you put out, have just automatically extinguished. So that's the energy I'm picking up on here. Like there was this energy of juggling, maybe multiple suitors, and then finally that coming to a rest, being put to bed. Someone actually grabbing her heart, and it could be very well him, Richard. The hamster wheel, surviving daily hustle. So there's this element of still having to do her daily grind, still having to go on as life as she knows it. So when you are a single mama and having to always grind and hustle, yeah, you may have a new boyfriend that comes in, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're just going to be automatically taken care of by this person. And that's not why I'm saying that she's getting in a relationship, by no means, but it's just her focus is about juggling still all the responsibilities. It wasn't necessarily this romance situation. Yes, they have strong chemistry. They have strong desire for one another. That's what we were asking for. What's the nature of their relationship? But there is still this juggling energy that needed to die down, needed to come to a rest here, and that it was starting to happen. This also could represent that maybe she was still kind of on a wheel, some sort of still kind of going back in circles and circling back to something or something online, searching online. I wonder what that is about. But in terms of the nature of their relationship, I'm not seeing any inherent red flags here other than this one. Let me know what you all think. What I'm going to do for this particular reading, I'm going to try something new. I want to do these kind of like in chapters, these questions that I'm asking. So it makes it a little easier for us to come back to. I'm not going to always do that for every reading, but I thought I'd give this a try, a little experiment. So I'm going to pause here and zoom out so we can focus in on the next question. All right, so the next question I want to ask is, what is a card or two that represents her love life? Was she dating, committed, in love? Let's get one tarot card and then one oracle. It's Rachel with one card, Spirit, from the tarot that represents, that encompasses her love life, that describes it. Okay, so we have Page of Cups, kind of sideways. Here it is. It's about new beginnings in relationships or new beginnings in connection, being open to new possibilities in love. Suitors coming in, flying out. Okay, but Cups represents romance, love, connection, relationships. Pages are about new beginnings in love and relationships and connection. Okay, we're going to pull one card. Spirit, what is a card that represents Rachel's love life, like dating? Negotiator. That's interesting. That's interesting. Bargaining. It says bargaining and begging. Maybe someone was begging her, bargaining, trying to bargain with her. So here's the thing. Since doing the original reading, the opening reading that I did, it had come out thereafter that her and her boyfriend, Richard, had gone Facebook official. Just a few days before she went missing and ultimately was found deceased. And that could have triggered something with someone who really was enamored with her and thought they had an opportunity to shoot their shot with her. That's the sense that I'm getting here. Some kind of new love connection that's emanating here from her. And that could just simply, this right here could simply be speaking about her relationship with Richard, because this is a new relationship after all, newish. I don't know how long they have been dating. Four of Swords can represent the timing of 4 months or winter. I don't know when exactly they got together. Page of Cups, though, something really kicking off during the summertime, okay? So it could, this is, again, no red, like, what is it? Alarms. But the Negotiator card. Now, in new relationships, you are, in effect, negotiating new terms and whatnot, and trying to get on the same page. You're merging lives, so that in and of itself is an inherent kind of negotiation. But this card, begging and bargaining, was there someone in her life, whether it was acquaintance, friend, or someone from her past, or someone just from currently in her present, around her, seeing her at the park or what have you, that was trying to negotiate and she closed that off? Remember, in the original opening oracle reading, there's the closed off card, and I intuitively felt that that was her closing off, okay? That's what I picked up on here. So these are the cards that represent like the current, the state of her love life, okay? Now, likewise, if we would have got something like the Devil or a Ten of Swords or something that could be like, oh, she's really going through it at the moment, or having good times, you know, maybe, you know, or something as beautiful as the Lover's card, that tells a different story about her love life. I think this is an interesting card that Spirit gave us. Page of Cups, new beginnings in love, opening, and you see how this is all, like, you can barely see them. There you go. These little lights and things and flutters, just the opening of the heart space, a coming together here. I look at the symbols as well. in the cards when I'm interpreting. But we've got a pig flying here, and someone might have not been as grounded in this situation as the other person. Okay? All right. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so let's get some defining characteristics about the perp, about who did this. Okay, I'm going to use this oracle. This is my defining characteristics oracle. Some defining characteristics about this perpetrator. An eccentric person. It could be an eccentric personality or someone who's eccentric, who wears eccentric clothing or lives an eccentric lifestyle. Okay. Afrocentric features. Now, here's the thing about Afrocentric features. It doesn't necessarily mean it's an African American person or someone of color. It can mean that they have thicker lips, larger nose, more pronounced features, darker skin. Even, Caucasian people can have darker skin. Maybe they have some native blood in their, in their makeup. I had, in a past mystery mystic reading I did for a missing woman, and I think this card or one like it came up, and the alleged suspect, he was, I'm assuming, Caucasian. He looked like he has something in his bloodline. I don't know what, but his features, he had bigger lips, a bigger nose than what you would normally see on a Caucasian person. Okay, so it could mean an African American. It could mean a person of color. But I just want to let you know that sometimes when this card comes up, it's just letting me know it's like more pronounced features. Because I don't think I have, like, for example, a large nose in this deck. I guess I could add that. Maybe like the next edition, I will add some additional cards. Like, okay, larger nose and larger lips, or larger lips, or you know what I mean? So, what else, Spirit? Like, facial hair. So this is indicating that this is a male. It could be a mustache or a beard or both, or a goatee. Facial hair. And it's also letting us know that this person is a male. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this card. This could just be that at one point this person is eccentric. So maybe there's pictures in the past where maybe they had colored hair, dyed their hair, did some wild things with their hair. Maybe not just color, but just did something kind of different with their hair in the past. Like if we looked at their social media, for example, you might see pictures. Maybe they've changed their hair since. And it's not the same. Maybe they keep it low now, but in the past, this person could have something different about their hair. Colorful, something different. And facial hair. Okay. Striking appearance. So very striking. Striking doesn't always necessarily translate to someone who's super attractive, but typically it can, that's indicative of it, right? Striking. This person has a striking look to them. You would notice them from afar. You would, there's like if they were on surveillance footage, like you would be able to clearly make out who they are. Okay. And lastly, one more. Oh, this card. Ugh. It'd be something if this person's short, but the card that jumps is tall. So someone who's tall. 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 Okay. Okay. Now I just kind of want to get just one or two cards from this deck. This is like more about their personality traits. Just something to consider about their personality traits. Talks too much. This person talks too much, has a tendency to always say stuff, may have even said stuff already to people around them or to the media, or will be. They come across as a know-it-all. And they may have even thought that they could get away with this. And a control freak. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull one tarot card just to see if I can gauge like anything else about this person. Ace of Fire in reverse. Very hot-tempered. Fire also can represent the fire signs, such as Leo or Aries or Sagittarius. That could be heavily in this person's chart or their astrological sign. Or it could just be that they embody some of the more negative traits of those signs. And it was in reverse and saying that this person is hot-headed, hot-tempered, flies off at the, flies off the handle real fast. It doesn't take much to get them going, or, and that makes sense with the control freak. And just in some ways, very much immature in how they respond to life and things in their life. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to pause here so I can clean this up and move on to the next question. So next up is key places for the perpetrator. Not necessarily, obviously, where the crime happened, but maybe spaces that this perp likes to frequent or works at, or someone close to them works at, or maybe even where they encountered Rachel. Lodging. Maybe at one point lived in a motel or have some kind of temporary lodging at one point or another. Huh. Or shop. Lodging. Oh, look. Basketball card. I gotta chill. Doesn't mean that this person worked there. It could mean maybe someone close to them works at a flower shop. Or maybe they, in their wanting of their overtures of affection, it could be even something like, oh, they surprised her with flowers or something like that. And that could have maybe made her uncomfortable, or she just was feeling a little crowded. And that's why that closed off card came up. But the lodging card could be maybe they like to get away from scrutiny or to kind of throw the police off. Maybe they're staying somewhere else differently than where they have been. Maybe they're kind of unstable where they don't really have a permanent residence, or maybe somebody around them or themselves manage a lodging situation, or maybe, even though I have an apartment card in here, it could be one of those buildings, or maybe they live in a temporary kind of housing situation close to that area. Okay. Basketball court. That's interesting because I think the trail is a part of a larger park, right? So, and she's very physically fit, and I don't know. This is interesting. Maybe an encounter in the park, or constantly seeing her there, or constantly popping up there, or maybe this perpetrator loves to be at the basketball courts, or loves physical fitness, or loves contact sports, or at one time maybe was a great basketball player in their heyday. I don't know. You let me know what you think. All right, I'll be back. So now we're at the point of ties to the victim. If there's any, okay? Is there any ties to the victim with the perp? You got the 9 of Wands if you look. Yes. Persistence. Boundary, resilience, boundaries, last stand. So I just feel like, of course, in a stalking situation, sometimes the perp can feel like they've known her forever. And maybe, in fact, in a way they have, because they have been following her online and in her actual real life. Or with this Nine of Wands here, this is about a progression of time, a progression over the course of 9 weeks even. It's the card Nine of Wands, for me, represents the timing of 9 weeks or almost the end of spring, okay? So there is a tie here. This, there are attacks on women, violent attacks on women by random strangers. That does happen. However, from what I've heard, the way this attack was carried out and the way they attacked her, this person attacked her face, it feels like they almost wanted to erase her face, right? And that could feel a bit personal here. Look at this, that little bandage on his head. He's bruised ego, weary. And I do get a sense that this is a lone perp. I mean, so far I haven't gotten any cards, like in the opening oracle reading, that there was like an accomplice. I mean, we can do a follow-up reading maybe a few days after the press conference that's happening later this afternoon. If you all think of some additional questions you want me to ask, leave a comment. And then I can do that ahead of the next Monday, right? For Mystery Mystic Monday. But we'll give it some time. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this one for a sec. So we got Queen, Divine Feminine, and Empress. This is not a deck I created. This deck is the Untold Truth, Hidden Dark Secrets Oracle by My Ugly Truth Tarot. And it's got Queen, Divine Feminine, and Empress. That's her. She's a queen in this. Sure, it could represent maybe a female, but I don't get a sense of that. I think Spirit wanted me to see and know that this is a male, obviously. So I've seen some like comments on other YouTube videos where people are like, it could be a woman. I'm like, maybe, but I'm really getting strong male energy. And then we got wasting time. This person was weary and tired of wasting time. They had to seize this opportunity. For some reason, they needed to do what they needed to do against her at that time. They became desperate, like we saw in the opening oracle reading. Temptation became too great. And remember, this person is very tempestuous and just not really, it's almost like, you know how a petulant child, you take the 6th cookie away and it's so tempting to them and they throw a tantrum. That's the energy I'm picking up on here. And so this person felt like they were wasting time, and it's now time to do something here to this queen. All right, I'll be back. All right, next up is important dates or time frames associated with this case. And this could be past, present, or future, okay? Any day now, an arrest may be made. Any day now, a suspect may be named or released to the public. Any day now. Also, this person, like I said in the opening oracle reading, they felt like they were pressed for time. They had to do this. They could not waste any more time. And I just can't help but wonder, like, is her and her boyfriend going public the catalyst for the feeling like there's a waste of time happening any day now? Something about that action set everything into motion. Set everything into motion. Any day now. Okay. Up in the air, undecided. Ugh, the chair is not acting right. Okay. Next week, clear spirit time, important time frames. February, something about February, within the next 3 months. Okay. So this case, to me, is going to move rather quickly. And I felt that the opening oracle reading, and also when I did my review, I did a review last night of the opening oracle reading, where I like to dissect and look at the cards that have come up and see how things are unfolding in the case. So I did that last night during a very torrential storm. You all check that out. You'll hear me like, oh my God, I'm trying not to yell over the rain. But anyways, I just feel a sense that they did know. And I said it last night when I recorded the video. And I said it during the opening reading that I feel like law enforcement is holding things close to the vest, that they do actually have a lot more information than what they're revealing to the public. We got next day and up in the air, undecided. What's up in the air? I don't know. Could be how long this actual legal wrangling is going to happen. It could be that, okay, any day now there's an arrest. Next day, we'll talk about this card in a moment, but any day now. But up in the air and undecided is how long this is going to take. You know, like, as we know, the wheels of justice can be very slow moving. Next day. So this could be about whenever that catalyst that happened for this perp, and I'm sensing it has something to do with her or them changing their relationship status. The next day this plan got underway. Okay. Next day. Next day also is tied to, I think she was, it was like a Saturday evening that she's reported missing. The next day she's found. So that could be, that's why I said sometimes these timing cards are speaking to the past and the present and the future. We got next week, more developments coming out next week. More developments, probably more, another press conference, more updates, more revelations. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, this could be speaking to an arrest. Hopefully, any day now and next day, and this is signaling that there's an arrest imminent. February is of significance. It could be this coming February. It could be February in the past that something of significance happened with the perp. It could be, I know we had the December card in the opening oracle reading in February. Sometimes these cards represent birthdays, important past dates, or future dates, okay? And within the next 3 months, there's movement. There's movement within the next 3 months. All right, I think I only have one more question. I'll be right back. Last question. Will we see justice? I intuitively pick up that we will. And we have 7 of Cups. And in what way will we see that justice? We will see it. We will see it. I wanted to get, hold on. I want to show you all this. We have 7 of Cups. I feel like this is telling us that in about 7 days or so, or during this summer, we are going into mid to late summer now, and that's what this card represents right here, is that this is about the mastery of something. This is about searching for the answers and getting the answers. And for me, it also represents the timing of days the cups do. So 7 of Cups could represent 7 days. That could tie into that next week card. So when I asked the question, will we see justice? We got yes. And if you look carefully here, we have the little scales of, I call them scales of justice. I do get a sense here there's going to be movement. And if you look carefully here, it says yes. This is an affirmative card of yes. Solutions. I appreciate how law enforcement is also handling the investigation so far. And I think that that's going to make way for the court proceedings to go smoother than typical. Okay, that's just what I'm sensing here. And of course, we can do a more detailed reading, you know, with the oracle on this question about, you know, will we see justice? And if so, when? I think this over here is speaking about more of when. I mean, we could pull a card. Six of Pentacles, or the Pentacles, for me in general, represents the season of autumn. It also could represent the timing of years. It could be 6 years, up to 6 years, that we finally feel like, okay, the scales of justice have tipped in our favor. That doesn't mean that it takes that long to find a perp. It could just be like legal wrangling going back and forth or something like that. Delay after delay, but eventually we get to where it feels fair. As fair as this could be, as fair as it could ever be, right? Or it could simply represent Six of Pentacles, could represent midway into autumn, which could tie into within the next 3 months, okay? But we'll at least be starting to see things move forward. So I don't even know if I need to do a timing card. Let's see. Okay, 10 to 12 months. Okay, okay. Let's see how that shapes up. But yeah, if you all want me to do a follow-up reading here on the aspect of the justice part and more, exploring more of that, we can do that in a future reading. Also, after the press conference, if there's something that comes up where we could do a quick spot check-in reading that you all think that it would be appropriate to do, let me know in the comment section down below. I always love hearing from you all. You always provide such thoughtful insights, and I just appreciate it so much. Y'all are also super respectful, and I thank you for that as well. So yeah, that's it, friends. I'm gonna go ahead and get this edited up and on the channel. I want to thank you for watching. Please, on your way out, do me a favor, hit the like button over here or down there or wherever your like button is on your device, and subscribe so you can stay tuned for future videos that we've got going on over here. All right, my friends, please take very good care of yourselves. I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Bye for now.